Streaming, YouTube sending data. Okay. Not sure this is going to work. Alright, so it's both streaming. It says I'm live. Not sure this is going to work. Alright, so it's both streaming. It says I'm live. Okay, and it's waiting for that. It's over 30 seconds, I think, of flag. Sure this is going to work. Let's go. 1, 2, alright, so it's both streaming. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. It says I'm live. 16. Okay, 17, and it's 18, waiting for that. It's 19, over 30 seconds, I think, of flag. Sure this is going to work. Let's go. 2, 1, 3. Alright, so it's both streaming. 4, 5, like 22, 23. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. It says I'm live. 16. Okay, 17, and it's 18, waiting for that. It's 19, over 30 seconds, I think, 20, of flag. Sure this is going to work. Let's go. 2, 1, 3. Alright, so it's both streaming. 4, 5, like 20. Right, mute that, so. And if I test here, and if I test here, that's from YouTube, something that's spelled wrong. I guess I spelled it right. Okay. Oh, that did work. Good. I tried alerts. Put that there. Put that there. Nice to win. First time chat, restream bot. Yeah. See that. Oh, my chat is so tiny though, although I can make it out right now. Why is it that tiny? Can't have always been that tiny, can it? I've been wearing my glasses for a while. Thing is, my glasses are not multifocal and I need them to be. So with my glasses, I can't read as tiny. That's scale? Just straight up tiny. I don't remember it being tiny, but okay. All right, so I'm looking at something. All right, that's not the screen. Might be this. It's supposed to show me how many viewers. Not that we want to worry about that, but if we want to check, we'd want to know where it is. And because if you've been going 6 hours and it's 0, you would worry about that. One viewer on Twitch, probably my bot. Try to share this link in Discord. Yeah. Legit. Mute Discord. I think my numbers went up. Discord. No. Oh, click on that. Right. All right, there's one connected to YouTube now. Again, probably a bot, but there now. So this is the interface, window title. One time you want one. This is where I want to check. It's this one. Isn't it? Yeah. One I want to check to make sure that we're connected. It's going to open a website, is that right? Yeah, on my default app, which I generally use. Yeah, I got that. Already got that open, I guess. Didn't call it a dashboard, though. What's this button do? Yeah, nobody wants that. There. Edit quick action. And that did something stupid. I can pop out to quick action. Then edit quick action. Yeah. Whatever that is. Delete selected item. Thank you very much. Put it back. Alright. Now that should fit back on the screen. Kyalami. We like Kyalami. Where's my, not running. Yeah, I did restart the computer. Called SimHub.
Box.
Testing stream. That's what we're doing tonight. Testing, really. No. The 23 seconds of lag hurts. Okay. Just making sure the audio is going through on the stream on YouTube. Also, it is. How's that look on YouTube? In short, just fine. Oh, yeah, my one viewer on YouTube is probably myself, even. It probably looked good on YouTube. I just I was actually looking at 480p and thought it looked fine. Okay. Switch dashboard, all right. What? We joined Kyalami. Why am I back here? Dang it. Why do we like Kyalami? I started up SimHub and what happened? SimHub didn't kick me out my lobby. Maybe I put the controller down and hit B for cancel accidentally. Or maybe it failed if it's taken this long. It has been taking so long recently. It's supposed to have a restream watermark now, right? I didn't see it. Or is that only if you're not using Resteam plus OBS Studio? Does it look like YouTube's frozen? My mouth is moving.
The Nürburgring short circuit
I don't
had
see
subtle
a
elevation changes
branded.
through 11 demanding turns,
Good.
leaving some corners blind on approach. So positioning the car into each braking zone is critical.
I feel like I might have hit cancel on that screen accidentally. Huge practice session. That's not making us happy. What car were we using? Forgot again. I remember a Nissan Z432. And I'm going into lobby. Of course, we know. Yeah. Popular game. AAA title.
Second. Second, first.
Slightly cold.
Third. Fourth. Third.
That's always my mistake, right? Always my excuse.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Oh, it's a short layout. I did not realize that.
Third.
Not interested in practicing the short layout.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third.
This car is really good. So,
Second.
I don't mean the car, I mean the tune.
Third.
I can really push it and it stays right on the edge.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Second. Third.
Still, I can't exactly crash into a barrier or come that close. You're fast.
Third. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second.
Way early braking there.
Third.
Price that's a faster exit actually.
Third. Fourth.
It's not using the exit was faster. The exit is a curb. I'm not exactly surprised, but it seems like we keep good contact.
Third. Second.
Good grip with the pavements. Well, I am a bit surprised. This is a curve too.
Third. Second. Third.
That's fast. That's a curve. That's fast. I mean, it normally is.
Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Third. Second. Third. Fourth.
Can I go wide here?
Fifth. Fourth.
Oh, not yet.
Third.
Losing all the time I was trying to get. Down 2 tenths.
Fourth.
That's our fastest there yet. That's not exact. No, I can't say that.
Third.
It was
Fourth.
faster than whatever our fastest lap had been.
Sixth.
10 minutes till restart.
Purple now. Personal best.
Third.
Purple
Second.
best. Whoop. That happens. You know that happens sometimes.
Third. Third. Second. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Third. Second.
Lock up. I kept the throttle down when I was braking. Oh, that's a bad and silly habit. Or it might be a good habit at times.
Third. Fourth.
Way up. 8 tenths? 7 tenths. Losing.
Sixth.
Third wide, I actually thought I would have carried more speed.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Big skid on exit. Still gaining though.
Third.
And if we did skid.
Fourth. Fifth.
Where's everybody else?
Sixth.
This is not rivals. There are supposed to be other people on track.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Second. First. Second. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Well, let me get the spreadsheet up.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Third. Second. Third. Third.
Hey, there's somebody else. Yay. To be fair, it's only about now, in the next 3 minutes, that you'd sort of expect a previous lobby to break up and join this new lobby. But to be fair, last 10 minutes was time for anybody to join.
Race starts in 5 minutes.
Let's not tire ourselves out before the race. We'd still practice the chicane. At least 10 more times. Just as such, just as such a quick turn, of course. Making a left right. But make that left, you gotta be... when you stop to left, are you pointed too much left or too much right? Long term, you have a lot more time to correct. Short turn, not much at all. It is for me. You hit it or you don't. All right, there's somebody else. Low level 23 player. Brand new. Oh, he's got a baby car too. That is to say, not upgraded at all. At the moment, he might change. Might pay for upgrades. You never know. This is Nürburgring. Call the short one a sprint circuit. As of yet, we had a 138.039. Which, we had a BRZ lap that was a 10th faster. We know we can make up at least a 10th though, so all good. Probably not too many laps with the BRZ either, honestly. So my times are pretty recent.
Third. Second. Third. Second. Third. First.
Where's he at? Come on, a mini-man. There he is.
Reverse.
Oh, yeah, he has a interesting choice for our first car. Same one I'm using. Can I not check out the tune yet? I have to exit practice. Quote unquote exit practice. Which we're out of fuel anyway. And we need ads on Twitch. And he just removed his tune, or it lied before? Oh, it's 6:03. He's working on it. Okay, he's building it now, I guess. I didn't know you could see live changes. I've never seen that before. We had previously, when we first glanced at it, it was 600 PI. Then just now, 603. Class A instead of B, and now it's 601. So if he's still building it, it's going to say that it's his own tune, which not available means it's his own. Do. What color is he? Green? That's the same color I picked, right? $5.99. He's still working on it. It's only 14 seconds left. I don't get why the order changes. Like, no new player joined or anything. I hope he finished. Good luck to him. He is green. Green was the only default color choice. So first lap, tires to be cold. Shall I fall to the back? Who's live on Twitch? Can I check right now? Yeah. Supposedly only have 2 seconds, but trust me, it'll be more than 2 seconds. I'll add another 5 seconds. Yep. Oh, to the screen, add somewhere between 10 and 90 seconds. Yeah, here, that was quick. This one is 12.
First.
Including the last 3.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Gives me no room. Give me a legal pass. Off track. We didn't get the penalty. I was just expecting it to.
Fourth. Third. Fourth. Sixth. Sixth. Sixth.
I'll wait till I got more of a lead before I part around.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
I guess I gotta be in third there so I don't skid. Make it much more unlikely to skid.
Second. Third. Fifth. Sixth.
But compared to all of our practice laps, that's probably my fastest time through the chicane.
Fourth. Third.
It's my previous fastest. I also skidded, and I think I improved on that this time.
Third. Third. Second.
Watch that bit.
Fourth. Fifth.
Bit of botch.
Third. Second. Sixth.
Let's get that time. Although that was the least cutting of the yellow curves that I had done.
Second.
Sort of hit them both perfectly, you might say. I always expect jumping them more completely as faster.
Sixth. Third.
So that was 0.9 off of our personal best. Pretty slow.
Third.
Out of bounds.
Second. First.
I'll go ahead
Second.
and
Third.
check some info.
Fourth.
12 seconds back.
Fifth. Third.
So if I remember, the horsepower is 450.
Third.
350.
Third.
Where?
Third.
74.
Fifth.
73. Oh, hit it.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Third. Second. Third. Fourth.
Do I want to break?
Fifth.
Do I want to shift later?
Sixth.
I think I do, but that's only based on horsepower now,
Fourth.
not torque.
Third. Second. First. Second. Third.
Usually, I'm no expert. First one.
Fourth. Third.
But usually, after you shift, you want to be at max horsepower. You're
Second.
shifting into max horsepower, not out of it.
Third.
Beeping to tell me to shift out of it, essentially.
Fifth. Fourth.
Okay.
Third.
It is essentially shift as late as possible. Yeah, it's telling me shift about the red line. I want to shift later.
Third.
Find out on this gauge where that top is.
Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second.
Almost got there. We didn't.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Personal best by a lot.
Third.
Have to keep it up.
Second. Third.
Bad.
Fourth. Third.
That was bad.
Fourth.
That wasn't good.
Fifth.
Not on the personal best anymore. Now we're back. Well, but just milliseconds.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Yeah, I'm losing it.
Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Last lap.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second.
That's not good at
First.
all. I
Second.
don't know if I can catch up to best lap anymore. On 4/10.
Third. Second.
Lock up.
Third. Fourth.
Close though.
Fifth.
Only down a 10th now.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth.
Up touch. 3/10 maybe. Lost it, gaining it.
Fifth. Sixth.
Wide. Losing now. Okay.
Fourth. Third.
Better.
Third. Fourth.
Nice. Got it. Nice game, but crash right now.
Sixth.
Fast lap, fastest lap. That's the way to do it. So again, there's a discrepancy on the last lap between the reported telemetry and the results screen. I do take the reported telemetry. It's always slightly faster, up to 400ths. It's 5.9.
Well done. P1.
More like up to 600ths, I think. And that was somewhere around 500ths. Good race. Six 659, 659. I check this, make sure we're still. All right. This we're live. This. Oh, what are my options here on restream? Oh, click that. Does that screw everything up? No. That awkwardly doesn't give viewer numbers anywhere that I can.
The Hockenheim ring is virtually flat, with long, ultra-fast straights ending in heavy braking zones. You'll want to take full advantage of the blue and white curbing exiting turns.
Excuse me, I wasn't listening to you. Take full advantage of exiting turns. No, I thought. But we found more players. That's good. Oh. Free stream assigned the wrong category for Twitch. No, that's not going to be that. Is it? Maybe. I think it is someplace. Hmm. Yeah, this one doesn't make a distinction of which Forza Motorsport is which. Hopefully that updates. It did. That's good. Which is so dead. There's only one other person streaming with one viewer. En français. Hello, on mode chill. And it's not putting me in there. Updated that by now.
30 seconds to race start.
My followers still know I'm live. There we go. How do I normally set my Twitch category? Stream information in OBS. And that's changed now that I'm using. Yeah. Yep. I'm relatively happy with this. I don't trust it. It says it's supposed to have the watermark. I don't see it. Alright. Good luck. We'll follow the back. I didn't really pay attention to how many people are here. I didn't triple check my fuel and tires.
First.
Looks like it's been set.
Second. Third. Sixth.
We're in sixth.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
It's a full layout.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second.
Don't usually get to full layouts in B class.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third.
Noise.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth.
No penalty.
Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Into third. Where's the leader at? It's 5 seconds ahead. Can't even see him. I guess it's a white car.
Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
See me? You see me?
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth. Third.
Okay, 4.9 ahead.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
4.5 ahead.
Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second.
8.
Sixth.
2 laps to go. 3 laps, actually. Look at this one.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Wide.
Fifth. Fourth. Third.
Off track. It's bad. Let up. That's our PB. Down. We lost half a second there, letting up. And 5.1 ahead. Yep. We're not going to catch him unless he makes a mistake. We will be catching, but
Sixth.
no time left.
Fifth.
Again, that lap would have been less than a second.
Sixth. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth.
Wide. Too wide.
Time penalty, 0.1 seconds.
Sixth.
And worse lap.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
So I go wide sometimes. Late turn-ins.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
This is one of them.
Sixth.
Can brake really late here.
Fourth. Third. Second.
Maybe not that much.
Third. Fourth.
Time penalty,
Really?
0.3
It's
seconds.
off the throttle for Neon.
Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third.
Wrong side drive.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth.
Be surprised if he had a faster lap than I did. Hockenheim. Pole. 152. 568. Just two tenths
work
faster
out
than him.
P2.
That's 2,000. Checks out. Of course, we did what we could coming up from the back. We don't do Fujimi Kaido. And had a Kyalami in A class. Take a quick break. Ban bots on Twitch.
The Kyalami Grand Prix circuit was abandoned by international racing in the 1990s due to political issues and nearly redeveloped before it was saved at auction in 2014. Since then, it's been refurbished, upgraded, and re-embraced by racers worldwide. We could take a different car in A class, but I was probably just going to take the GT40. Oh, Kyalami. Oh, thought I changed the wrong option. Recognize this one. Only level 34. When did I last drive it? Hmm. Man, sounds like fun. Don't know if it... I think that's one we've driven recently. I don't remember this Nissan. Why didn't I finish getting it to level 50? Pick the Nissan. Porsche will probably be more fun, but needs to be leveled up. Grab my coffee. 5 minutes till race start.
Let's try to glance where the car's at. Number 1, arrow. No front. No front. What? I can't drive this. Although, there was another car that was just like this recently. Or is it the same car? No front arrow. Max rear. What car was that? Because it's utterly ridiculous. It was the Maloo. We got oversteer. Okay, please it.
Second.
There's a Colt.
Third.
Where are we shifting at?
Fifth. Sixth.
Okay, wherever it's telling us to, we're shifting early.
Third. Second. Third.
Generally around 6,500.
Sixth.
Earlier for the later gears. Later for the earlier gears. Who built a car like this? I did. The overall meta,
Sixth.
it's not always true, just in general, but it's max front arrow, minimum rear arrow. We got no front arrow, maximum rear arrow. Well, maybe we don't have no front arrow. It might just be like sport front arrow, which is not modifiable.
Sixth.
Unclear, but I think like I think default front arrow is worse than minimum race arrow. I have no idea. I can't prove it.
Sixth.
We need to get this going in the spreadsheet. Maybe it's already there. Maybe I just forgot about this car. It is here. I have a lot of times for it. But we did do this recently. Kyle Ami, was that one of our times? It was. We got a 153.2. We've been 2 seconds faster than we did in practice.
Third.
30 seconds.
I kept expecting to make a curb noise when I was on yellow curb and it never did. Kept inching over. Yeah, I guess it doesn't make a sound there. I should have known that.
Second.
hide the spreadsheet so I can see chat.
Box.
Hey. Hey. Hey, I wish somebody was in chat. How's it going? I don't know how it's going. I'm just here by myself. That's how it goes. If I have to phrase it for somebody else, I might phrase that different.
First.
Good luck. We'll follow the back.
Second. Third. Second. Third. Second.
That was a quick stop. Everybody involved. All right, we're in 18th.
Third. Second. Third.
Boost to boost has some power, okay. Hey, past two people. The 16th.
Sixth.
I'd like to cross over to the left side now. Watch out, it's still awfully dangerous up here. T-Shark is completely reckless. Gave me a 2-second penalty. When I rear-ended him, that's not normally a penalty game. I didn't upset him at all or anything. Yeah, he's trying to. I thought as much. Save everybody a lot of trouble.
Sixth.
We saw murder somebody before us. So the game's terms of service points out that retaliation.
Second.
It's not an excuse for reckless driving. I like to point out I wasn't retaliating.
Sixth.
I was being a martyr for the first person that got killed. They do not have a term of service exemption for martyrdom. Forgot that was supposed to be shifting early.
Sixth.
Oops.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Second. Third. Fourth. Sixth. Fifth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth.
I know where Edward came from.
Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second.
That guy on the outside
First.
blocked us on the straight aggressively.
Third. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
And I would break myself.
Sixth. Sixth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Soft runner, was it?
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Sixth. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth.
Just tried to ram us again.
Fifth.
He was nowhere near the apex.
Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Penalties.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Third. Second.
Box, box.
Third. Fourth.
About a bad race, actually. One, 5, 3, 3. Oh, our fast lap was a 10th off. That's all right. Yeah, car sucks actually. Feels great. But we've had a 152 in the 350R, 151 in the Amira, 151 in the GT40. Can't keep track of all the idiots. Who's the first one?
Well done.
Just
P11.
mentioned Soft Runner. It's one of the ones that quit, of course. But the first one was the real problem. He's trying to kill everybody. Thought it began with an S, but can't be sure. Oh, let's go back to B. Well, that's why I haven't finished leveling up that car then. It's a very interesting high handling build, but slow. It might be fast at some tracks, but I guess the more pure handling ones, Maple Valley Short, Grand Oak. Else? I think there's another one I normally say. This is a power track though. It's at their B class power. A non-interesting track for a long practice session though. Maybe we'll get to fool with a different power car. Besides some Lou. Should have a time
quicker you can
for
get
Road
back on the gas
America
100%
East,
after
right?
every turn apex, the better chance you have of finishing up front. Podium finish. Let's go.
Oh, oh, yeah, I'm on wrong class. Thinking I don't have any choices, but I was seeing some. Could build that Shelby for power. All around. Oh, we got this one. I guess we see where this is at, right? Gotta know. But then again, was that? I don't think I was leveled up all the way. It's not. But we got plenty of time. Even have tires. Which is okay if we're going for power. Okay. That off. Might be a mistake. Oh, it's a stock or not. It has the tiniest bit of handling. I mean, what's the that adds having this piece of arrow happens to give us a PI to work with. We might keep the rear. All right, this is a 198 horsepower. Production roll cage. Horsepower per pound, I mean. 203 now. I want to try without the supercharger. Really? 203. And a PI. $594, it's 206. All right, this is comparable. We don't need a supercharger. Let me write down this car name to 65 Shelby. 427. Cobra. And we're looking at Road America
10 minutes
alternate
till restart.
East. I'll probably do that just to drive line. Did it reset to gearing? No. Probably spin a lot right at the start. Alright, understeer.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
Trying to rear tires up to 170 degrees. Funny that we failed.
Reverse. For second.
Second gear is closer to where we want to start it. I don't know why it didn't spin it very low, but then it did start spinning, and it's not got a turbo. Weird. Before I get this far, might have wanted to check engine swaps. Or the car wasn't max level yet anyway. Still, what we wanted to do. You got time. Let me check the arrow, make sure. We still have rear on. That will change it. Rear tires spin more easily. Anyway. Probably got oversteer in the turns now.
First.
Maybe not.
Second.
Let up a little bit. Let's see where the top speed is.
Sixth. Go. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Go. Second. First.
We're still looking at power per pound. If we did an engine swap. I don't like where the car's at. But it's not horrible. Right now, 213.
Box.
Race starts in 5 minutes.
What do I have to do to fit that? We're going to be able to cancel. Sure. 13. It's never going to fit. Oh, I got. Yeah, it's never going to fit. Or if it did, it'd be undrivable. Yeah, not going to fit. Okay. Alright, so where's the car at? Actually, finished tuning now. Looks like we're not going to get a launch.
Third. Second. First.
Because as it is, if I end up making a mistake and I'm slow. Alright. It is what it is. It'll work.
Second.
That would be worse.
Third.
Doesn't bog that much.
First.
Why are the tires so cold? Why do they sound like that? Tires must be wrong. They are stock though. Maybe it's stock.
Second. Third.
But I don't want to make first gear any longer. Yeah, where's these tire temps at?
First.
A good thing to check. It's a good, solid circling point anyway. Regardless of anything else we might want to change.
Second. Third. Fourth.
The tire pressure might be high in the rear. Except me.
Second. Third. Fourth.
Yeah, they're cooling off already. They're cold, quote unquote. Both fronts and rears.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. First.
Wow.
First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third.
Real quick, I feel confident we don't have any oversteer. We do. Let's go down to the tires. We'll have to make a guess. Cold. Slightly light in the front. So be it. Is that what I wanted? It is. Oh. Max dive, max squat. Okay. Virtually. Pick off. Oh, what's this? Jeez. There's our oversteer. Put this back where it was.
30 seconds.
Are we on
to
track?
restart.
Hope so. It still tells me where it was. Okay.
First. Second.
That's not oversteer. Probably won't be either, but we'll take it. How did we end up with full fuel? Well, that's a stupid way to test. Maybe that was why I was understeering.
Box, box.
$13 people in the lobby, and nonetheless, we will start at the back. Even if we don't have a tune on the car. Could have looked for one. As I've said, I'm trying to get away from spending so much time building and tuning, and rather practice driving cars that are probably tuned better than I can do. Sucks not to be able to customize it to your liking, but like this is an example. It's like, how often do I get an alternate track where I need to power a car? Once every 2 hours, 3 hours, and I only get. We took a long time there, but usually you only get to 3 minutes to tune it. Ain't never going to get it done if I'm practicing racing as much as I can.
First. Second.
And 13.
Third.
Lucky 13.
Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Into 6th.
Sixth.
I'll try to pass him back in the corners, of course. He wasn't moving.
Second.
Well, that's good for them. It's the only way they get by me is to ghost. It's ghosted and gave it to me. Although it's good for everybody. They an ability to get by me. They probably would have just smacked me off the track.
Sixth.
But to teach that guy a lesson for blocking.
Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
Yeah, our car is not stable. Can't push it.
Second. First.
What the heck? I wasn't pushing it.
First.
Does not make me happy.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
That should be early.
Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Second. First. Second. Third.
A little touch on the inside of the curve pushed us wide.
Sixth.
Actually breaking into,
Second.
oh, quite early.
First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Second. First.
Box, box.
Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
I was pointed at the apex.
Second. Third.
And
Fourth.
he originally braked. We saw him choke up for me, but then he just said, "Oh, never mind," and went through me.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
Okay, we can break at the kink.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Just 2 more laps.
Second.
Need a good one yet. Won't be this one.
Second.
Didn't get a good exit onto the straight.
Fourth.
We're side by side.
Second. First.
Understandable.
Second. Third.
There's our fastest lap though.
Fourth. Fifth.
So only half a second could be a made or braid on. Made or braid? What? On this turn.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
Make it or break it?
Second.
What?
First.
Oh. Not a good run for the final lap either.
Second.
I don't know exactly why that happens. Seems like that very last turn, turn 4, the car hates to rotate. It is off camber, I know that. But the other ones are generally flat.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
It might even be banked.
Second.
Is it banked and then off camber?
Third. Fourth. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. First.
I gotta go stupid slow because it's off camber.
Second.
Box, box.
Best of the lap and not a personal best. Best of the race. I mean, I think we had a better lap in practice. Might have been with a different build, actually. Horrible.
Great race.
We'll put to 113. Oh, that was the last clean one. Dirty ones don't matter here. There's only one place to cut for a possible advantage, and he does. There's a kink. The kink I normally break at. I suppose you can cut that on the inside. Never did. Probably counts the kink as a turn, so that's probably turn. Kink's probably turn 4. Anyway, that was a failed experiment. Not fun in the least. Actually have fun with the power cars. Oh, it's cold. I should go shut the doors. Do. Be right back. Although I'd like to pick the car first, but it's taking forever. Come on. Which car? Nissan. 432. Car Lady Z.
The Nürburgring North Loop, the Nordschleife, is the ultimate test for drivers and their high-performance
Working.
cars. You can never truly conquer this place. Only drive it with total respect. "30 seconds.
All right, back. Down to 72 inside. 57 outside. Supposedly. Dianeticos. We got German Mike, Rob Banks, some Aussie, Jammer. There's Dianeticos. But well, we'll fall to the back. Not sure what layout this is of Nordschleife plus GP or not. Out of breath, man. Oh, we're supposed to do the Mira, actually. Got. Did I pick a car? I didn't pick a car. Or did I? No, I did before the thing. Fair Lady Z. Nordschleife. GP or not, we don't know. Still hear people talking outside. It's weird at this hour. And the fact I shut the windows. And when I was doing that, I didn't see anybody anywhere.
First. Second. First. Second. Third.
Turn 14th. Behind Jammer.
Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Third.
It was closing so fast I got really excited.
Third.
Up to 12th.
Sixth.
Past Jammer and somebody must have crashed out. Exo set.
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Really, Herb? You let me through?
Sixth.
It's up to me to handle it.
Fourth. Third. Second.
You did let me through, but I didn't predict the curb change when I was half off the track. Of course, if I was really let through, I would have been on the track. But it just, at least he didn't crowd me out, you know?
Third. Second.
It's a bad rejoin on your part, man.
Third.
Thanks.
Third. Second. Third.
Thanks for the penalty.
Fifth.
Rejoined all the way across the track.
Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth.
Is it ghosted?
Fifth. Sixth.
And a 10th, but we're embarrassed. We've left the track like at least 3 times.
Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second.
And I got it all. It came up really fast.
Third.
It's funny how much you recognize less at night.
Fourth. Third.
Behind some kind of box.
Sixth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Third.
Mini carousel.
Fourth. Fifth.
And German Mike. Is he blocking me? It says all the way on the inside.
Sixth.
Does as well. We'd rather be in the draft end straight. The high level player, why is he driving like an idiot?
Second.
I have a penalty anyway. He did block us right there at the end. Yeah, he's high level. Driving like an idiot. Level 5,000.
Good run out there. We finished P9.
That was normal, not the full. And horrible time was 801.641. I shouldn't even log that time. It's horrible. Brands Hatch Indy. We are ready.
The Brands Hatch Indy layout is short and fast, with only one major uphill braking zone. Passing can happen anywhere on this track.
Sixth.
Much fuel? No, it's not too much fuel. Here. Really?
Third. Fifth. Third. Second.
Definitely can't ever brake late there. Interestingly.
Sixth.
Oh, this is wrong car anyway. It's generally a late braking car. Well, you can brake late here. Every car.
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth.
30 seconds to restart.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Fourth.
That'll be up. Oh, we're getting on the straight now. That was a good one.
Box.
Everybody left the lobby. Okay, well, two. Scared him off. We did.
China's AI technology is getting a lot better.
The concerns over Chinese focus on AI.
China.
This story has been a complete mess to follow. It spanned years and now 2 U.S. administrations. We ended up with over 400 pages of research and maps and finding sources and trying to understand the laws. Here's why governments care about AI GPUs. NVIDIA functionally holds a GPU monopoly in our sector of the industry, which is building computers to play video games. That now feels relatively innocent by comparison to AI. The company leveraged decades of gaming domination to build a foundation for what it now focuses on, which is making the most powerful GPUs for AI in the world. Reports warn of NVIDIA product use in nuclear weapons research, facial recognition technology allegedly used in Russia to suppress dissent, and growing concerns of AI facial recognition use in the US for similar deployments, alongside reports of use in international spying and in drone warfare. NVIDIA finds itself in the middle of all of this. Even though NVIDIA disputes selling to some of these entities, for example, it says that it doesn't sell GPUs to Russia, the products still find their way there. So NVIDIA is making money one way or the other. Someone is buying it, maybe from someone else who bought it from someone else, and much like we're talking about today, it might be transacted through smuggling. but Nvidia does end up
we need to
selling
run
the
ads
device
on Twitch.
ultimately to somebody. Regardless of who they sell to, Nvidia plays a big part in this worldwide obsession with
AI will also create AI, using AI to create AI.
and we think it's playing all sides. We'll talk about that more at the end, though. And besides, when there's a gold rush, it's better to sell the pickaxe than swing it.
There's so many companies that would like to build, they're sitting on gold mines. Gold mine, gold mine. It's a gold mine, gold mine, gold mine. It gives me tremendous joy if you just buy something from NVIDIA. We're going to be rich.
Although the US doesn't talk too much about its own use of AI, it spends a lot of time talking about China's.
These semiconductors are
Alright, so think my
unbelievably
stream
powerful,
reconnected.
and we can't let them get into the wrong hands.
We want the most
OBS
other
to not
countries
disconnect,
using our
restream did.
technology because, again, it's a zero-sum game.
The concern, of course, in Washington, and particularly amongst the Defense Department and the Pentagon, is that these chips and this hardware and software ends up with the
Twitch
People's
preview
Liberation Army,
seems to
the
still be
Chinese
going.
military, and will help them accelerate in terms of innovations
So
on
did
that
it
front.
restart
Restrictions
YouTube?
are really on advanced semiconductors that could have potential military applications, and the goal is really to sort of choke China's AI sector and its broader AI ambitions.
The US restricts NVIDIA's GPUs through export control rules that ban the sale of certain GPUs into China. That means the sale of GPUs by American companies or companies which want to transact business in America to companies that are in China or the Chinese government itself. Some examples of export controlled GPUs
That's how I get a
include
lifetime
gaming
hearing
GPUs
that.
like the RTX 5090
Nissan.
and the RTX 4090,
I'd
which
already
are
have one.
useful in AI applications, mostly for their high VRAM capacity. It also includes specific data center and AI GPUs like
Was
the
it a Nissan?
A100, H100, H200, and
The
B100,
other
with the
Nissan?
letter being the signifier for the architecture, as well
Maybe
as
not.
other GPUs shown on the screen. Now this list is in flux. There are some new and incoming exceptions for the NVIDIA H20 specifically, which has faced Schrodinger's GPU ban, depending on whether CEO Jensen Huang had a $1 million dinner at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump on a given week. A timeline would help, but we have 9 years to recap, so we'll do it quickly. Even at the end of the Obama administration in 2016, the US government was just starting to talk about AI in relation to national security in this Wired interview.
I have it in the...
International norms,
That was
rules,
A-class, wasn't it?
protocols,
Perhaps.
verification mechanisms around cybersecurity generally and AI in particular. Is in its
It was
infancy.
A-class.
You got a lot of non-state actors who are the biggest players. Part of the problem is that identifying who's doing what is much more difficult. Yeah, if you're building a bunch of ICBMs, we see them. If somebody's sitting at a keyboard, we don't. And so, we've begun this conversation.
And I gotta go finish
conversation
shutting
right now is not at the
windows in
level
the house
of,
if it's below 60.
you know, dealing with real sophisticated AI.
Just trying to
but
select
has
a
more
car.
to do with essentially
What the heck's going on?
states establishing
We're in
norms
A. Why were you in
about
A?
how they use their cyber capability. Who are you more afraid of, Big Brother,
I'm losing
the
my
state,
mind.
or the guy who's trying to empty out your bank account? Part of the reason that's so difficult is that if we're going to police this Wild West, whether it's the internet or AI or any of these other areas, then by definition, the government's got to have capabilities. If it's got capabilities, then they're subject to abuse. And at a time when there's been a lot of mistrust built up about government, that makes it difficult.
Those were the early days. The first
That
Trump
was a weird
administration
jump
started
in
a
logic.
commission advising Congress on maintaining AI leadership, including simply banning the sale of some advanced semiconductor
order to control the
equipment and
government's
chips
gotta
to
have
China.
power.
Several years of back and
And
forth
because it
with
has power,
pandemic and
it's gonna be
election and
abused.
chat
What?
GPTs launched later, and the Biden administration took major action in 2022 by restricting exports to China, Hong Kong, and Macau. NVIDIA's Ampere architecture A100 and newer codename Hopper H100 GPUs and systems were all restricted. NVIDIA shed tears for $400 million worth of lost
I'll be
sales
back.
as a result. And it was especially sad when many of its export-compliant alternatives to these also got banned, like its newly created A800, H800, and L40S, in addition to NVIDIA's RTX 4090 gaming card. NVIDIA said it didn't expect, quote, near-term meaningful impact, end quote, on its financials. NVIDIA responds by designing a workaround to the previously worked-around workaround, leading to the H20. Then the government adds new rules for high memory bandwidth cards, and the Biden administration tried to come up with an AI chip diffusion rule that would limit the quantity of GPUs being sold into different countries rather than only by processing power metrics, because the government really didn't know how the fuck to measure these things, and NVIDIA, knowing more about GPUs, could tweak any dial it wanted to just barely be compliant. Then DeepSeek came out, everyone panicked, stocks plummeted, and the government scrutinized the role of NVIDIA's GPUs in it. In February 2025, fiscal year 2025 results are posted, and NVIDIA's Singapore revenue rockets to 18% of total revenue based on customer billing location, despite shipments to Singapore being claimed to be less than 2% of fiscal year 2025 revenue, causing people to say, wait a minute. Unrelated, several GPU smugglers are arrested in Singapore one day after the fiscal year report was posted, causing people to say, that makes more sense. AMD spawned out of nowhere to say it wrote down $800 million of inventory due to export controls. NVIDIA one-ups it with a write-off of $5.5 billion. May 2025, Trump implements wide-sweeping tariffs and rescinds the Biden chip diffusion rule that would have limited how many AI GPUs Jensen could sell to other countries. Jensen says,
It's just an incredible vision. I think this is going to be a transformative idea for the next century for us. These two initiatives are completely visionary, and it's going to be transformative for America.
The H20 GPU that was created to comply with the rules was still okay. Then Jensen had dinner with Trump at Mar-a-Lago for $1 million. Then the H20 got banned. Must have chosen a really bad restaurant. In July, Jensen Huang meets with Trump and is permitted to sell H20s again, presumably choosing a better restaurant this time. Huang goes to China. China says Jensen's GPUs have tracking devices backdoors. NVIDIA says nah. Jensen goes to Washington. Trump tells Jensen to...
Jensen, will you stand up? What a job.
He loves him. He loves...
NVIDIA.
He loves Lisa Su. And more importantly, he hates Intel CEO. Intel CEO goes to Washington. Trump likes him now. Tim Cook materializes from the infernal plane to give Trump a 24-karat gold gift. And gift is in scare quotes because that's not what that's called. Then we get to this past week when Trump asked NVIDIA and AMD to pay 20% to the US government for sales specifically of the H20 and AMD Instinct MI308 sales. Not all GPUs, as some erroneously reported previously. Cousins Jensen Huang and Lisa Su negotiate Trump down to 15%, and now they're allowed to sell two specific cards that were originally created to comply with the laws before they changed, and somehow everyone walks away a winner, except now China doesn't want them anyway. That about sums it up. Except one last thing that happened as we were filming this. The Department of Commerce doesn't yet know the legality of the deal, with Tom's Hardware highlighting legal expert arguments over Article 1, Section 9 of the Constitution. It's not our area, so we'll move along from it, but just know that this is being publicly discussed still. If you want the full details with all of the in-between, we did collect it, there will be a massive timeline article on the website. We'll link that below when it's up within a couple days. There was also recent news about a 15% revenue share between NVIDIA and AMD with the United States government for sale of some AI GPUs.
This is an old chip that China already has. And I deal with Jensen, who's a great guy, and NVIDIA. The chip that we're talking about, the H20, it's an old chip.
5 minutes.
China already has it in a different form, different name, but they have it. Or they have a combination of two will make up for it. But the H20 is obsolete. You know, it's one of those things, but it still has a market. So I said, listen, I want 20% if I'm going to prove this for you, for the country, for our country, for the U.S. I don't want it myself. You know, every time I say like 747, I want, yeah, for the Air Force. So I just wanted, so when I say I want the country, I only care about the country. I don't care about myself. And he said, would you make it 15? So we negotiated a little deal. So he's selling a essentially old chip that Huawei has a similar chip, a chip that does the same thing. And I said, look, if I'm going to give it to you, because they have a, they have a stop, what we call a stopper. I'm not allowed to do it. The restricted, it's really known as a restrictive covenant.
If you were to only read the headlines, you might think this applies to all GPUs, and that the ban is over. And then you might think that a market in China, or in the US's eyes, and illegal. China would cease to be something legal. That's not the case.
So I released them only from the H20.
This new 15% revenue share would, if it's legal, and we're not sure yet, allow NVIDIA to specifically sell the NVIDIA H20 GPU to approved Chinese entities. They likely can't be on the entity list. It would allow AMD to sell specifically the Instinct MI308 GPU to Chinese entities. The proposed license would not affect any other GPU that currently does not have a license. The government hasn't made clear yet if NVIDIA's partners would also be permitted to make these sales. That means that other banned GPUs, including the RTX 4090, RTX 5090, H100, B100, B200, and so forth, remain banned. The H20's extremely high 96GB memory capacity would enable large models to fit in memory and actually run, especially with multiple GPUs in a single rack, even if it's slower. That means companies can achieve performance targets by stacking GPUs with our lower clock and core count but higher capacity, and doing NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's favorite thing.
We were trying to solve scale up, scaling up, scale up, scale out, scaling up, scale it up, scale it out, scale up, scaled up, scale it, and scaled it out, scaled it up, scaling in that way.
As for the newer Blackwell architecture GPUs,
now Jensen also has, Jensen's a very brilliant guy, and Jensen also has a new chip, the Blackwell. Do you know what the Blackwell is? The Blackwell is super duper advanced.
Let's not give NVIDIA any ideas for new GPU names.
I wouldn't make a deal with that, although it's possible I'd make a deal, a somewhat enhanced in a negative way Blackwell. In other words, take 30% to 50% off of it. But that's the latest and the greatest in the world. Nobody has it. They won't have it for 5 years. On the Blackwell, I think he's coming to see me again about that. But that will be a unenhanced version of the big one.
For now, these super duper GPUs are not licensed for sale. In short, the H20 and MI308 were compliant with the US government's original rules. Then the rules changed during design and production and they were banned. Then AMD and NVIDIA collectively declared over $6 billion in financial impact as a result. Then the US government said, wait a minute, we can help with that if you cut us in. It reminds us of our tariffs documentary.
And with this, if I see a tariff of 20 or 40% one week, 50 to 60 a day later, then I see it 120%. Then I see, well, electronics are maybe exempt.
It does 580 also.
And then I see on Truth Social, no, that's not actually happening. I have no idea what that means. So I can't make decisions because it's not about it being a high tariff. It's about not having a clue what's going on.
The H20 most certainly is not
obsolete,
though. It's still very desirable in China, and with a lot of them, they become particularly potent. Setting a threshold for banned hardware should be objective, since it can be tested. This is a graph from the Department of Commerce that visualizes the original threshold at which a computing product became automatically banned for export to parts of the Middle East and China without a granted license. There have been some changes since, but back when this was made, the total processing performance score on the y-axis was used to determine cards in need of a license. The government needed a metric to calculate against, so it created its own. Accelerators and video cards have a lot of metrics in their spec sheets, including memory capacity, which is critical and as simple as a pass-fail for certain AI and training use cases. They have hard numbers for memory bandwidth, GPU clock speed, GPU SM or CU count, TPCs, tensor cores, ROPs that are sometimes randomly missing on NVIDIA devices, teraflops, tops, petaflops, gigaflops, gigabits, power, and more. So then, banning a product could probably be based on some sort of benchmark rather than a random metric from a spec sheet. But the US government, illustrating what an absolute clusterfuck this situation was and now remains, decided to instead multiply one random metric from a spreadsheet against the bit length of the operation being executed. Flops, or floating point operations per second, and tops, or tera operations per second, are calculated by the company making the spec sheet and aren't a great measure of actual performance. These numbers are based on both marketing and whether we're talking about FP8, half precision floating point 16, single precision floating point 32, double precision FP64, integer performance or tensor performance, or otherwise. So the government says, quote, the rate of Mac tops is to be calculated at its maximum value theoretically possible, end quote, and quote, the rate of Mac tops is assumed to be the highest value the manufacturer claims in brochures for the integrated circuit, end quote. So it's not based on a bunch of real-world benchmarks of applications or something. The government also references Mac tops as the theoretical peak of tera-ops in multiply accumulate computations. The Biden administration used this total processing performance, or TPP score, in 2023, with the government later adding a performance density metric, dividing the TPP by the die area in square millimeters. In other words, the government didn't want NVIDIA to be able to sell more of a lower performance GPU to make up for the loss of high-performing parts with multi-GPU solutions. There are a lot of reasons this doesn't capture the full picture, like sparsity, APIs, different methods to calculate flops, and different performance for different applications. But the government needed a way to define a threshold, so this is what they made. The limit was a TPP score of 4,800, exceeded by even the RTX 4090 when calculated using tensor performance. Now, if this doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay, because it probably doesn't mean anything to people signing the laws either. Or maybe that's not okay, but you get the idea. Something like a higher memory capacity, lower flops performance GPU, or even series of GPUs like 30, 60, 12 gigabyte cards might be able to get the work done more effectively if it only needs memory.
So it came by engine very well.
Calculation. That was the point
I meant to
of the
fold it back.
NVIDIA H20.
Small lobby.
Then the absurdity of the situation expanded because the government introduced an opaque memory bandwidth requirement. Per the register, quote, unlike with previous export controls, the Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security hasn't issued specific guidance on how much I/O or memory bandwidth is too much, end quote. But they did decide that there would be a limit. So to recap, it seems like across two administrations, the United States is creating formulas based upon numerical calculations.
That's on the outside of the right hand.
Numbers to fit within that box, it's retconning those rules in a guess and check process. We spoke to a lot of people in this piece, and it's multilingual, which made it complicated. In order of appearance today, the discussions come from Dr. Vinci Chao, senior lecturer in the Department of Economics at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, responsible for building his department's machine learning servers and sourcing the GPUs from middlemen suppliers. Dr. Zihao Fu, a research assistant professor at the Chinese University of Hong Kong and an affiliated lecturer at the University of Cambridge. Zihao specializes in both computer science and linguistics. Various retail workers at computer markets in Hong Kong get a ground-level understanding. Joe, the creative director of product at video card manufacturer Yeston, who worked with us for a separate piece, not this one, but he showed us his factories and suppliers. We've included clips here as we relied on those tours for an understanding of how GPUs are brought into China for assembly on PCBs. An anonymous seller who goes by the pseudonym of Silver, based in Shenzhen, Bao'an, and managing a warehouse in Hong Kong that receives and processes smuggled GPUs. Vincent, a resourceful vet, lives next to the warehouse and markets filled with GPUs and accelerators. He buys and sells these devices in Shenzhen, Huajiangbei. His job is to know people. In addition to Vincent's cousin, Fixer's Fixer. If someone needs a component to fix a broken video card or to build a new one, they go to people like him to get integrated circuits. Mr. 5, Billy hardware reviewer with a specialized focus on thermal solutions. Like us, Mr. 5 has had run-ins with NVIDIA that have ended in a soured relationship over disputes regarding independent reviews and editorial independence. Zhangde, a renowned Billy uploader, is a YouTuber in China who runs a video card repair shop in Zhengzhou. In addition to repairs, he regularly gets large orders from customers asking him to build them custom, unofficial, higher VRAM capacity NVIDIA GPUs for large language model tasks. Companies in Singapore and Taiwan who act as intermediaries between NVIDIA, NVIDIA's partners, and companies in China. Singaporean and Taiwanese companies are able to bring banned GPUs and servers into their own warehouses and resell them to Chinese companies, skirting export control. They're unable to disclose their identities because there would be punishment from multiple governments and NVIDIA. The Plug, a US-based Chinese citizen who drives around the country buying hardware from American end users and resells it to companies in China and Hong Kong. And finally, a special thanks to our translator Raymond Wu of the Black Soda Agency in Taiwan. Here's the pipeline. If a GPU doesn't fall off the back of a truck in China after it was assembled, or if it isn't a QC defect that disappears from the scrap pile, it may instead have been moved by ants to get to China. Mai Banjia is a linear pipeline. Each ant in the fire line serves a specific role. We'll help to name those roles to keep everything straight. Here's what we came up with. The source has access to GPUs. This could be as innocent as you unknowingly selling your card on Facebook Marketplace to the Plug. The Plug is responsible for acquiring from the original source and reselling the hardware to the China-based distributors. In between, there's a mule. Sometimes this is the Plug himself doing a trip home. We learned that overseas students also regularly return with what are feasibly defended as personal GPUs that they bought at Best Buy, that then may get resold for markup and profit. In either case, the mule gets the GPU into the country, either by shipping it without interception or by hand carrying it. Next is the middleman, receiving the GPUs and often interfacing with or managing the warehouses that store the card. The middleman buys from multiple plugs, including factories that get rid of rejects with fixable or unimportant QC defects, then sells those devices to more localized distributors. That's when we get to the fence, who buys and sells GPUs between middlemen and warehouses to end users in China. Then we have who we're calling the fixer, except this time it's literal. The fixer is an optional step that may involve soldering and modifying a GPU to improve it beyond its original specification and make it more marketable for domestic AI uses. They might also just fix QC defects from factories factory. And finally, we have the user. This is self-explanatory. The user is the demand driver, and oftentimes, large enterprises want dozens or hundreds of GPUs or more, while smaller users, like the university, may just want individual units or small batches. With everyone's role names, let's continue. And now, let's start our journey. First stop, Hong Kong. Upon arriving in Hong Kong, after checking out the local wildlife, one of our GPU dealer informants slipped us a price sheet for a mix of GPUs that are both export controlled and not.
Alright, so check this out. This is a GPU price sheet where we just got to Hong Kong, and I've already been able to find a supplier who works as a middleman between smugglers. And you just pick the GPU you want. So you see 5090, 4090, 4090, 48 gig, 5090. Down here, there's some A6000, A100, A180 gig. That's pretty valuable. So that's 75,000 RMB. And so I found a supplier where basically the person who provided this is local, and they work with the smugglers. So they sit between the smuggler and the customer to supply and source GPUs. The problem is, I don't know what the going rate is for any of this. And so what we're going to do is take this price sheet to our local fixer, Dr. Vinci Chow, at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and see what he thinks about the prices here, and if this process is normal. For that, we hopped in a classic Hong Kong cab and headed across Victoria Harbor over to the Chinese University of Hong Kong. Oh, okay, okay.
Thanks, sir. We found Dr. Vinci Chow through Reuters a couple years ago. Vinci works in the economics department at the university, and he's responsible for having built many of the servers and machine learning systems that are in use daily.
Oh yeah, Vinci.
He has a whole blog detailing his process, including the difficulty of sourcing components and the ease with fixing problems when so close to Shenzhen, such as having custom PCIe riser cables built and basically done the same thing. Dr. Vinci Chow is the right person to start us off with this story and educate us on where to go next. We're here to learn the user's perspective, because before there could be any kind of market for it, there has to be demand. And that is what the university and organizations like it generate.
Right, so here, it's a construction site here. Yeah. So we are at renovating.
An interesting anecdote is that Dr. Vinci Chow actually went to school with someone important at NVIDIA today, the Vice President of Applied Deep Learning Research.
I was actually in Brooklyn at the same time as my right himself.
Oh, cool.
So, working buddies. Right.
We won't be able to do much talking in here.
These are legally obtained. Legally obtained. We got it actually because we got these, I think, right before
the ban.
No, right before ChatGPT was released.
Okay.
Around ChatGPT.
So several years ago.
Yeah, and we got them quite cheap. One of them is actually modified from Classic Center before everything on GPU becomes such a scarce resource. Yeah. There was a period of time, I think, right after like crash. That GPU was actually quite cheap. Even A100 was actually quite cheap. We were able to get these for like less than 10,000 euros. Right. And then ChatGPT came out and everything like went crazy. Went crazy. Yeah. Like if you go on Macau Express, you do see a lot of the 80 time. Like ATI being modified so for teaching we use a 3060 because without modification the generation it has the highest
right. On the last lap.
That makes sense for us to get the mics on.
Because of the way we shop, you get to see something you don't normally get to see in our stories, which is all of the conversation leading up to formal filming. Sometimes there's more interesting information than we're just spitballing.
Well, I guess even university is the most secretive, right? In the past, we thought the university was very open, like what we're doing, what we're capable of. These days, I think they're second thoughts. Some
570.
researchers might not want to be being so open.
Yeah, the collateral damage is an interesting
right. And
topic.
Like on the other hand, like it's interesting because
47.
It's the export ban, right? So
the extra sets
to
full second faster
to China,
and that'll be one of my questions for you.
Without permit, right?
Right.
But then it's completely legal.
Yeah.
On our side.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing that says that you cannot buy high-end GPU.
Right.
So from our end, like as long as we follow all relevant procedures, right? There's absolutely nothing illegal for us over here to buy these GPUs, right? So that makes it for a very interesting environment.
Yeah.
Like so, because if you look at the university documents, right? I think you will be able to find obviously. These universities have been purchasing GPUs, right? It's completely legal on our side, right? Yet this is clearly not supposed to happen, right? From the perspective of the U.S. government,
right?
So, I guess for universities, once again, it depends a lot on how committed, a particular researcher or particular unit is when it comes to acquiring GPUs, right? I mean, if you pay enough, supply is there, right? Maybe not if you want to build like a super cluster, right? For research, most researchers are talking about 1 or 2 GPUs, right? And if they have the funding, then it's possible to obtain that. So it's just everything is more expensive.
That makes sense.
I'm in the Department of Economics, which is kind of interesting, I guess, for someone in the Department of Economics to talk about GPUs. But we started building our own cluster during the COVID, right?
Well, not just we, but you specifically.
Well, me, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm responsible for that.
Yeah.
So it's we because the department has to fund it,
right?
So I am the one who plans these things out, but the department funds it. I started building my own desktop computers back when I was in high school.
Cool.
Right? Hong Kong is a small place, right? I guess we'll visit that later on. But in Hong Kong, you can actually physically visit computer malls where you can just pick whatever parts you want. And then during COVID, then we had this idea. Then we probably have to try to provide remote access to computing power. The first GPUs we have was 1080 that we obtained from the computer malls, $500 each. Back then I was thinking that's so expensive.
I'm gonna take a old.
If you were to ask one of the local supplier, how much, let's say H200 is going to cost? It's going to be about 30K.
US.
30K US. There's a big premium for data center GPUs, right? So even if you obtain like an aging A100, that's still going to be almost 20K US.
Is anything from Blackwell over here yet?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's illegal for a company like NVIDIA to sell them into China.
Right.
But not for anybody here to buy them.
Yes.
I messaged some sellers on Alibaba.
Right.
And one of them sent me this price sheet. So tell me, what do you make of this? Do you have any H200s in your service?
Well,
okay. I can connect you to the supplier.
We want some. We want.
So what is that? After tax, they want $213,000. What is that in US? Let's see. So that is $29,700 US.
It's about that.
I don't know what MSRP is, or if they even have one.
I think, but first of all, it's not like there are a lot of companies even in the States that just put out the MSRP. You just buy it online, right? But I actually list of price. I think it's actually the premium is it's surprisingly low. Right. It's almost as much. It's about the same as the MSRP. If I can tell.
Do you know how these companies like the suppliers get the GPUs? Any idea? Because I've read a lot, right? Like I've read that I came across a Chinese phrase, one of the IDs I did, and it was like "mai banjia," right? And the idea, if I understood it correctly, was that a bunch of people kind of moved one GPU.
Right. So these GPUs are almost virtually one at a time, right? So it's very hard.
Okay, I think we'll have to start out cautiously.
Right. These days, most of the vendors would recommend getting the PCIe version of the GPU because it's so difficult to smuggle in a full HGX system.
I
right?
need to mute that.
Now, if you want to HGX,
at a point where it's annoying me, and probably because it's interesting. To be clear. Only 4 people. And the last will drop to the back. Oh, I'm the only one that didn't qualify. We're at the back. Okay. It's good. I don't have to drop to the back to get to launch. I'll be proud of launching in this car because I didn't build it.
First. Second. Third.
Orange cart. It's swinging wide.
Sixth.
Fortunately, somebody behind me got the worst of it.
First. Second. Third. Third. Second. Third. Sixth.
Ping pong.
Sixth.
Pinball. It's the second time.
Reverse.
Yep, my quarter panel.
Second. Third. Third. Second. Third.
I passed him cleanly. He has to get in my corner panel and throw me off the track.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Okay, we can shoot for more, just over 90 miles an hour.
Second.
How do we lose here? At least 3 times.
Sixth. Fifth. Sixth.
I'm slow.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Fifth. Third. Second.
Later.
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth.
All right, 4th gear. Going up the hill. There's 4th and a 5th.
Third. Second. Third.
4th is good to over 90 miles an hour.
Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Fifth. Second. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth.
I'll take the penalty. Huh?
Third. Second. Third.
Horrible.
Fifth. Fourth.
Box, box.
Fifth. Third. Second. Third.
Yeah. Leader wrecked us out.
Fifth.
Of course, I could always increase my skill level at covering from thrown into a sand pit, but
Good work today. We finished P3.
seemed very optimal to focus practicing that. It wasn't the guy that won, it was the guy in second place. Moonblade. Lowest level guy in the field. Not a race, of course. Cap lock on or something? I mean, weird. Try again. .086. Thank you.
After buying the rights to the name Road Atlanta in 2018, Michelin
Alright, the filter's
renamed this
reset.
track
Always.
Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta.
Always except only half the time. Road Atlanta, was that the short layout? I think that's what I saw. No, it's full out.
Third. Fifth.
What do they call this? Yeah, GP. They ran GPs here? I never realized that. I'll look into that. Atlanta GP. $19.73 to $19.99. But that's part of the IMSA GT championship? What? Yeah, fake GP.
30 seconds to
Although,
restart.
I don't mean to. I don't want to word it that way. Formula One tries to enforce that they're only the ones allowed to use GP under title. I don't agree with that. I think there's still only 2 of us, unfortunately. And we are starting back, so we get to have a proper start. Yay! I got race tires, so we're going to win. Oh, it's an Amira? Good car. Maybe not, but it doesn't... I don't have that in my notes here.
Box.
I don't think I have the Amira uploaded to Google Drive.
First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Our tires are cold. Don't push it.
Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Out of shape on a lot of corners.
Sixth.
But he's the outside curb.
Third. Second.
Missed it.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Sixth. Third. Second. Sixth. Fifth.
Nice.
Sixth. Fifth. Fifth.
Car responds a lot better when you don't push it. You push it, you go a second faster.
Third.
And until you overrun an exit. Lose over half of your advantage. Oh, it's a full second. Oh, excuse me. I meant to say a full half second, but why would you say a full half?
Sixth.
Got there, better slow down. Not that it matters, but the clean laps help your 50 rating.
Sixth.
We're going to be slow here, so probably no penalty.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
So, on my best lap, I had a slow exit onto this big straight. We've got to have at least a second left in that.
Sixth.
Yeah, it's generally bad on these curbs. Generally. Horrible start.
Sixth.
Horrible finish.
Sixth. Fourth. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Third. Fifth. Sixth.
Can't believe the skid was that much.
Sixth. Second.
What's that?
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fifth. Sixth.
That car is awkward at that track. 135. And like I said, I know there's another second in there, but I can't prove it. That's the point.
We finished P1.
130.05. No, 130. 529. 529. Good race. Thanks for playing with me.
The 3.5-mile demanding Suzuka circuit hasn't changed much since it was built as a Honda test facility back in 1962.
Where are we at? Suzuka! I think we have not run this car here yet. Looking forward to it. Suzuka! Where's what? That one goes there. How my usual browser got unsnapped.
Third. Second. Sixth.
Amigo Digital! Full tires.
Sixth. Fifth.
I've run the car here before?
Sixth.
Put a time in my spreadsheet.
Second.
All the time was bad.
Sixth.
Already up 3 seconds.
Sixth. Second.
That does look very funny to the right towards the pit lane. It seemed like they were moving. Maybe it was the helicopter's shadow.
30 seconds.
2:17.5, 2:1. Two 17.521. Hey, a third person joined. Akatoya. Tuya. Aka Tuya.
Box.
Weird. I had my calculator. Got my password book.
First.
There's only 2 of us.
Third.
It doesn't look like a handling vehicle, but let's see.
Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. And fourth.
Oh, he's doing really good. The S's are the only place I'm faster than.
Fourth. Third. Second.
Game's moot. He did pass me right back.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second.
Use the exit, bro.
Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Fourth. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth.
Time penalty is 1 second.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Sixth. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Lost my advantage there. He quit. No, I didn't. What? He paused. He cut and he ghosted and he just lost visibility. I don't know.
Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Sixth.
I really want to beat our best time here because I don't want the draft to count. Doesn't matter anyway.
Sixth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Great race.
That's
P1.
oh, dirty? Yeah, it was dirty. I'll take the dirty though. I don't remember why that was dirty. $216, 667. Good race. Ish. Sorry to tap him into Degnar 1. He went in sand on the outside. Gave the position back. We continued on. We both blundered on the last lap apparently.
Late in the race, the outside
Although
of turns
I
could be covered in rubber marbles from
able
everyone's
to
tires.
still beat my personal
so take
best.
that into account before attempting to pass slower traffic.
I mean, 2-player races. How many 2-player races am I going to have in a row? And what's mostly surprising is they're different people. Tell me this game, instead of having 24 people in one lobby, would rather create 12 2-player lobbies. What direction we're going? Reverse? I hate reverse. I think it's very uninteresting. I like forward. I think it's very interesting. Deadly and bad for racing, but yes. Eagle Rock. Reverse. Probably take extra fuel. Don't know whether I should complete a practice lap to square off our only opponent, or to whether we should do it to let him accept his fate before the race starts.
Sixth.
Let's not have him just quit on lap 1. It's a very low level player, very. Really often don't see below level 20.
Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Those are very close times.
Sixth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth.
Suspiciously close. It's an alternate account.
Sixth.
Smurfing.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Dirty.
Fifth. Fourth.
It's faster. Barely faster. He improved by almost 3 tenths, and I improved by 4 tenths. I improved again though.
Second.
So far, if I don't make a mistake, I'm a tenth faster. 38.413. Level 10, yeah. Not even sure I thought you can get to multiplayer in less than 10 levels. Maybe it's not showing as stars again. That happens. It doesn't show the elite levels. Prestige levels, I mean. Because you gotta do 3 those civic races. It's close, but I mean I think you'd get probably 3 levels per race. Guess that's level 9, and then you come to Eagle Rock and B class with a fully upgraded car. No, theirs is 5-star. It's not level 11. That makes more sense. I was trying to figure it out. Oh, he's got so much handling. Leave the dashboard up for Twitch. Oh, you're supposed to run ads for Twitch. We missed it. Lucky you. But that means pre-rolls are on. Bad for me. Well, it's a close race, so I'll take my starting position. Let it dropping back.
Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Fourth. Second. First. Second. Third. Fourth.
He's going to be motivated to beat me because he's behind me.
Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second. Third. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fourth. Second. Third.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I've never tried that before. We're obviously maximizing the exit speed onto the straight, so yeah.
Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Very good that time.
Fifth.
My braking was early.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth.
This is about halfway. There's our fuel. Any fuel, I think.
Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
It's bad. It's minimizing our speed onto the straight. Not slide.
Sixth. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth, fourth, third, second. Third, fourth, fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third.
Did try to slow down and not get a penalty there.
Fifth. Sixth.
Good, bad. It is.
Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Third. Second. First. Second. Third.
Yeah, my hand's hurting.
Sixth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Fifth. Fourth. Third. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth.
Last lap. Really poor run. Already down to 10th. And over brake. Down 3/10. 4/10.
Fifth. Fourth. Second. Third. Sixth.
That was one of our best runs onto the straight. That wasn't. Alright. We're done. Thanks for watching. I don't think anybody showed up. Being the first time I was paying attention to the numbers for a change. Now the thing is, the numbers lie often enough. Says I do have somebody here again. When I go to look, I don't see anybody. I've just changed to but yeah, I'm not going to raid because that'd be embarrassing.